Planning missions with Litchi. Go to the flylychi.com website and register a new account. Upon entering, click on the Mission Hub option. The Settings option is entered and the general parameters are configured, as well as the cruising speed and the maximum speed. These are the most common configuration values. This mission planning method is done manually by clicking on different points on the screen, generating the parallel lines of the flights. Next, we are going to draw some parallel lines as an example. Each waypoint has a consecutive number indicating the order in which the aircraft will proceed along the flight lines, with waypoint number 1 being the initial takeoff point. Between consecutive waypoints, a union is created with a yellow line showing the distance in meters. At the top center, Litchi shows us the total distance traveled and the estimated flight time calculated from the cruising speed, set in the options menu. Now, a subdivision of the longest parallel lines is made to obtain short sections of around 200 or 300 meters. This is done by clicking on the starting waypoint of the line and then on the green Insert button. This action will create a waypoint in the center of the straight line. To subdivide the other sections of the line, we repeat the operation by clicking on the starting waypoint of the straight line and clicking on the Insert button. With the Delete button, it is possible to delete the selected waypoint. Also, it is possible to use the Insert and Delete key from your keyboard to quickly insert and delete waypoints. After having the general layout of the mission with the subdivisions created, click on one of the waypoints, and keeping the Control key pressed, select a second waypoint and release the Control key. In the right side menu, at the bottom, click on the Select All option and configure the flight height. The above ground option is activated, and the curve size bar is moved so that it changes to red. The configured value can be kept between 70 and 75%. The altitude and curve size labels should be in red with an asterisk on the side. Next, click the Apply button. After setting the flight height, 2 height values will be displayed at each point, one in yellow and the other in white. The value displayed in yellow indicates the flight height at that point relative to the ground. The value shown in white indicates the flight height at that waypoint relative to takeoff point number 1. Therefore, it is very important that the planned takeoff point in the mission is the same takeoff point to be used in the field, to guarantee that the flight height in each of the waypoints is correct. A radius adjustment is now usually done on the first and last lines, by selecting the waypoint and manually changing the radius to a value between 15 and 25 meters. Finally, click on Missions and Save, to save this mission with a name. A file is also exported by clicking again on Missions, and then on Export as KML, and this file is opened in Google Earth to verify the mission plot. With this method it is possible to carry out missions from our office, to later upload the mission to the drone control through the Litchi application, optimizing the time available in the field. Later at Digitizing the World.